So we are left with about two questions from here, two, three questions from here, a few more questions from here. We'll finish them and then we'll move to 2010-11 when the time permits us. Okay. For those of you here for the first time, the email ID, the Telegram channel, and if you or your friends are looking for a course, that's the code you can use for a discount. Let's jump right into class. So yesterday, if you would remember, we had finished a question till deadlock. This was our last question yesterday. Yes, we had finished this yesterday. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes, Garima, Tushant, I've received your application, Tushant, and I'm finalizing the details. I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. We finished this yesterday. Good. Let's move to the next question. The instructions remain the same. Answers only in the poll. Questions in the question box. Comment box only if there's a communication between you and me. Okay. All right. Chalo. Let's move to the next question. This one. Which of the following is or are amongst the fundamental duties of citizens laid down in the Indian Constitution? To preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect the weaker sections from injustice, to develop the scientific temper and spirit of inquiry, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of activity and all spheres of individual and collective activity. Okay, I'm going to open the poll up now and you will answer accordingly. Okay, chalo. Go ahead. Okay, good. A good chunk, a good 70% of you have gotten the answer right. Very good. Very good. Excellent. 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 Very good. So, simple. If the government implements it, it is a DPSP. If the individual implements it, it's a fundamental duty. The government, because DPSP is more formal, it will have more organizational kind of adjectives. Here you will see more personal kind of adjectives, right? So promote and protect and all of those things would usually be directive principles. Cherish and value and preserve would be the kind of duties. Okay, so simple enough. To preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. I can understand this might still be a problem, but to protect the weaker sections from social injustice. Who protects? You protect or the government protects? The government protects. Simple explanation, which means two definitely cannot be a fundamental duty. So all you have to do is eliminate all options which have two in it. There you go. Option is C. Clear on this? Simple enough. To develop scientific temper, yes, we have to do it individually. To strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, yes, we do it. So, correct. So, 1, 3 and 4 by simple elimination, 2 is out and the answer is 1, 3 and 4. Guys, just hold on a second and listen to what I'm going to tell you. Right? Protection of monuments is, okay? So, listen to this. The reason behind spending about almost 3 weeks, okay, going through all past year questions is to serve a little bit of, to serve some purposes. One, you will understand that the exam across the years have the same kind of approach. Two, you're able to broadly understand that questions from the same kind of areas are also asked. Three, you also understand certain tricks, certain standard objections across all questions. This is something you should always do for all subjects, no matter what. Clear on this? So that's why it's very, very important. Okay? Alright? Okay. Devashavi, I'll do that later. Okay? Alright. Good. Very good. Simple question. No problem at all. Next question. What is the provision to safeguard the autonomy of the Supreme Court of India? 1. While appointing Supreme Court judges, the President has to consult the Chief Justice of India. 2. The Supreme Court judges can be removed by the Chief Justice of India only. 3. The salaries of the judges are charged on the Consolidated Fund of India, to which the legislature does not have to vote. To which the legislature does not have to vote. Clear? 4th, all appointments of officers and staff of the Supreme Court of India are made by the government only after consulting the Chief Justice of India. Okay? Ready? Let's try the option. I know this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to give you some more time with this, so please try. I'm going to give you 15 more seconds, but please try. We're done with 22 questions. This is the 23rd and the 24th. Then we'll move to the previous remainder question of 2013 also. Yes. Good. Still about 31% of you got the answer wrong here, which is slightly surprising. Okay, see. While appointing the Supreme Court judges, the President of India has to consult the Chief Justice of India. Yes, this makes sense because we have independent and integrated judiciary. So we do. Collegium, you would remember, a bunch of judges who sit together and the Chief Justice of India is a part of it. And they collectively recommend names to the President to appoint. Clear on this? Just an explanation. So, it does not say only the Chief Justice of India. It says you have to consult the Chief Justice of India. Clear? It does not say only the Chief Justice. Do you have to consult? Yes. Will the Chief Justice be a part of the collegium? Yes. So, of course. Will he be a part of the discussion panel? Yes. Excellent. So, while appointing the Supreme Court judges, the President of India has to consult, which means this option is correct. So, automatically option B and option C are completely out of the picture. Okay, now, the Supreme Court judges are appointed by Chief Justice of India only. Now, you see, only, which means there is a red alarm here. Now, rule number 4. Checks and balances. Legislature, executive, judiciary. The judiciary strikes down the laws that are made by the legislature if they are proven to be questionable constitutionally. Clear on this. And second, if that is the case, then members of the judiciary, Supreme Court and High Court judges are removed by the houses. In fact, we use a special majority for this. 2/3 of present and voting in such a way that this 2/3 is always more than half of the total strength of the house. Clear? So, under no circumstances this can be correct. Think about it. If the Supreme Court could appoint itself and remove itself, wouldn't the Supreme Court become all powerful? All powerful. And this also is contextual. You would remember this was one of the primary grounds which was also contested during NJAC proceedings as well, which no longer exists right now. So automatically, second option is out. The second option is out, then D is also out. In fact, the judges are removed, yes, on proven misbehavior or incapacity. Both of these are not defined, and they're removed from both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and both of these will use 2/3 present and voting in such a way that it's more than the total strength of the house. Okay? All right. The salaries of the judges are charged at the Consolidated Fund of India, to which the legislature does not have to vote. Now, this is a good one. I hope you understand that there are two kinds of expenditures which are made. First, expenditure which is charged to. Second is expenditure which is made from. This is a lot like you are an individual, and if you're living in a rent, but come on, always given and given. You always have to pay rent. This is your charged expenditure. This is fixed. There is no option. Then all the other miscellaneous expenditure can increase or decrease. Right? Remember we discussed yesterday, constitutional bodies also serve as a medium for checks and balances on the executive. Yes. So how do you safeguard these constitutional bodies? By A, giving them security of tenure, which is done through a very tough majority. And second, more importantly, they are given the financial freedom to work independently. And this financial freedom is the expenses which are charged here. Okay, now I have to teach you something very interesting. Just hold on a second. Can you guys calm down, please? Let me finish this. Yes. This is important. Question in the question box again. Vartika, I'm telling you this. Okay. Just see how this works. This is very important. You look at the Consolidated Fund of India, and we're talking about expenditure which is charged to the Consolidated Fund of India, right? And we're talking about judges. When it comes to the Supreme Court, listen to this very carefully. This is very interesting. When it comes to the Supreme Court, salaries and pensions of Supreme Court judges are charged. But when it comes to the High Court, only and only the pension is charged. Clear? Which means when we're talking about charged expenditure to the CFI, and we're talking about judicially charged expenditure, so Supreme Court, salaries and pensions, High Court, pension only. Clear on this? Now my question to you is, why? Candy for the states, very good. Center stronger than the states, very good. Very good. Good, Abhishek. All right. Let's understand the concepts that we will be talking about. Okay, good, Mandeep. Independent and integrated judiciary is one, where we say that right from a lower court to the highest court, there is a one line of access. You can file a case in the district court, will go to the High Court, will go to the Supreme Court. The setup goes on and on. Okay. This is not true for legislature. This is integrated. So this is not true for the other two branches, LNE. The state legislative assembly, if they fail a bill, it does not go on appeal to the Lok Sabha to get it passed. This nonsense does not happen. It only happens here in the judiciary. Okay, we have an independent and integrated. Harshita questions the question box. Please listen to the class instructions carefully. Okay, so independent and integrated here. Clear on this? Now, let's understand this. When a High Court judge retires, okay, the High Court judge cannot practice in the High Court that he was a judge. Now, High Court judges can be transferred from one court to the other, from one High Court to another High Court to another High Court. So, a High Court judge cannot practice in any of the High Courts. Any of the High Courts the High Court judge has ever been a part of. You would have been a part of Allahabad High Court, so you can't practice in UP. You would have been a part of Bombay High Court, so you can't practice in Maharashtra. Things like this. So, they are not allowed to continue their legal profession after retiring from High Court judges. So, the states have their doors shut for them. Who's left? The center. And who's made this law? Independent. Center has. So that is why you have the center, okay, the center taking care of it. Clear on this? Okay, but the High Courts are the highest judicial organs of the state, and the state has the powers to regulate the affairs of the High Court. How the Parliament has the powers to regulate the affairs of the Supreme Court. This is why you would know that if the governor comes across a bill which changes the jurisdiction of the High Court or alters the powers of the High Court, the governor has to compulsorily reserve the bill for a presidential assent. This is compulsory for the governor to do. This means the states, till the time your High Court judge is active, the states are responsible. So yes, you pay the salary and we will pay the pension. Clear on this? You paid the salary and we will pay the pension. Okay, so I'm sure all of you would have heard of this, that the way the Parliament has the powers to regulate the Supreme Court, the same way the states have the powers to regulate the High Court. Right? Now, if the state introduces any law which wants to change the powers of its respective High Court, after the House has passed the bill is to the governor. The governor has to compulsorily, does not have a choice, which means the governor has to reserve the bill for a presidential assent. So that is why you understand, till the time you are in the state and active, the state will take care of your salaries. When you are out of it, the center will take care of your pension. So it will be done centrally. And the states have their own consolidated fund of states. They have the money. They will pay for it. Clear on this? Okay? All right. Okay. Good. Okay, we've discussed this question before. Okay, we've discussed this. Now let's move to the remainder questions of 2030. Okay, we now move to the remainder questions of 2030. Okay, right. I think we'd finished this question. Did we finish this question? I think we did. Or we have to start with this. I think we have to start with this. Let's do this again. Did we finish this question? We did not, right? We start with this. Okay. All right. Let's start. The government enacted the Panchayati Extension to Scheduled Act, the PISA Act 1996. Which of the following is not identified as its objective? Which of the following is not identified as its objective? Okay. 1. To provide self-governance. 2, to recognize traditional rights. 3, to create autonomous regions in tribal areas. D, to free tribal people from exploitation. Okay, so simple question. I don't think you should have a problem with this, but let's still try. Surprising to see, about 56% of you are getting this question wrong at the moment. Numbers increasing. Faisal answers in the poll only. Ritika answers in the poll only. Please don't use the comment box. Please pay attention to the instructions of the class. Okay, simple enough. Basic provisions of the 73rd Amendment plus some special powers added to the Gram Sabha equals the Panchayati Extension Scheduled Act 1996. Now this is a constitutional amendment, and PISA is not a constitutional amendment. Why? Simply because it is applied to regions. It is applied to regions which are not under state control anyway. When you look at 5th and 6th schedule areas, they are not under state control anyway. So if they're not under state control anyway, you're not affecting federalism. You're not changing anything in the constitution. So you don't require a constitutional amendment like you did for 73rd or 74th. Clear? So when we talk about the Darjeeling Hill Council or the Bodo Hill Council or any of these special areas, what makes them special? What makes them special is that the people living in these areas are dependent on the local geography of that area for sustenance and survival. Clear? So we want to provide this. A, to provide self-governance, yes. If it's true for this, it's also true for this, it's also true for this. Okay. 2, to recognize traditional rights, absolutely. Because when you're dependent on local geography, you have your own traditional rights in the space that you are. So correct. 3rd, to create autonomous regions in tribal areas. Boss, if you are creating a new region, please understand this. If you're creating a new region, that area will affect federalism. Can you ever have an ordinary law creating a new region? No. You are empowering what is already there. You're empowering what is already there. Clear on this? So automatically the third option becomes the third option is not an objective, so this becomes the right answer, and A and B become the wrong, and D also wrong. Clear on this? D also wrong. Why? Because to free tribal people, yes. How do you free tribal people from exploitation? Counter question. Counter question. Yeah, not applicable. Yeah. So how do you counter exploitation? Simple enough. What is exploitation? That they have their produce. Somebody comes, takes that produce away. So you're essentially taking away their sustenance rights. So what do they talk about? They talk about ownership of minor forest produce. They talk about approval for minor mineral mining. So things like this. Okay, clear on this? Understood? Good. So the answer here was in one word. I don't care if you know autonomous regions or not, but if you know this, was if you're creating something new, you're affecting the states. If you're affecting the states, it affects federalism. You cannot make an ordinary law to create a new, because one way or another, you will impact the constitution. Do you understand this? Clear enough? Yes? Good. Good. Next question. Under the Scheduled Tribes Other Forest Dwellers Act 2006, who shall be the authority to initiate the process for determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest rights, or both? Okay? Clear on this? can carve out new district, and when you carve out new district, that's samyak. When you carve out new district for special areas, that's also done with an amendment. We're talking about new areas, not districts, samyak. Okay, we're talking about new areas, not districts. We're talking about regions, big regions. Okay, understood this? Right. Okay, so under the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act 2006, who shall be the authority to initiate the process for determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest rights, or both? Monica, if you please pay attention to the class instructions. You're not supposed to answer in the comment box. Is this clear? Okay. Determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest rights, or both. Okay, yeah, Monica, always answers always in the poll. No worries, buddy. It's okay. Go ahead. %60 of you have gotten this wrong. Very well done, Shubham, Mayangar, and Aisha. Well done, well done. Very trick. It's a simple trick question. Okay, it's a simple trick question. Don't worry. Don't get so. Whenever the UPSC throws a heavy worded question for it, look for a loophole. Read the question with me again. Under the Scheduled Tribes and other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act, recognition of forest rights. Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006. Who shall be the authority to initiate the process? Remember, recognition of forest rights is your first keyword. Initiate the process for determining the nature and the extent of individual or community forest rights, or both. The answer is simple enough. Recognition of rights. Recognition of rights. Simple. Are you getting where I'm trying to get at? Recognition of rights. You want to grant rights to someone. And who has the power? Very good, Basu. Who has the power to grant rights? Does the legislature, the executive, or the judiciary? Where do rights originate from? Legislature, executive, or judiciary? Who has the power to give rights? Who has the power to give rights? Legislature. Out of this, which is the only legislature at the grassroots level? Gram Sabha. There you go. State Forest Department is executive, per district collector is executive, Tehsildar is executive. There's only one, which is legislature. Clear? So, simple enough. Yeah? Good. Very good, very good, very good. Good? Tricky, but that's the point. Yep. Okay? Alright, good. Simple enough. Just don't bother with the technical details. Look for what it is there. Alright, next question. This is a simple one. Let's try. Okay? Economic justice, as one of the objectives of the Indian Constitution, has been provided in the preamble and fundamental rights, the preamble and directive principles of state policy, the fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy, and D, none of the above. Okay, simple enough. Can we try? All right. Excellent. It's a simple elimination method also, by the way. Still 40 to 40, 48% of you, no, 38% of you are getting it wrong. Excellent. Prabhat, Anil, Aishwarya. Yes, Samrat, that's all I know. Polity and governance only. Okay. Economic justice matlab, if you feel that you're being treated unequally, then you have the right to seek redressal. How does a person feel that they're treated unequally? Yeah. How does a person feel like you've been treated unequally? Think about it. You're not getting a job. You're not getting a good salary. You're not getting the same kind of pay as another person who's doing the same kind of job. Clear on this? Simple enough. Equal pay for equal work, not getting a job, partiality, not getting your salary. Now think about, just think about it. If economic justice was a fundamental right, then everyone who did not get a job would file a case in the court saying, I haven't gotten a job. Simple enough. Yes or no? Simple enough. What is the closest we come to economic justice? MG Narega. MG Narega is not a right. It is a welfare project. It's a welfare scheme. Clear? So there's no way you don't have the resources to make this a right. Yes or no? So wherever there is fundamental rights, option becomes wrong. Option becomes B. Clear on this? Thank you, Pushpa. Okay? Preamble and directive principles of state policy. It is a gender wage gap is a big issue. We don't make it a big issue, but it is a really big issue. Next, ये आना चाहिए. Constitution, according to Constitution of India, which of the following are fundamental for governance of the country? I have already given you the one-line explanation to governance. Okay, which of the following are fundamental to governance of the country? Very little. Joa, very little. अरे कोई बात नहीं, हिंट दे दिया तो ऐसे थोड़ा ना कि तुमको मतलब तुम्हारा गेम शो का प्राइज मनी चला गया. कोई नहीं, लाइफ लाइन दिया. Okay. Simple one-line explanation for governance. Governance is governmental solutions to problems. यही बताया था मैंने. Governmental solutions to problems. Okay. Clear? So governmental solutions to problems would be the government. So who would be giving governmental solutions? The government would. So if government solutions have to be given, they are positive in nature. Where are government solutions mentioned? What all should the government do? You will find them in directive principles. कि nutrition better करो, education better करो, cottage industry better करो, पंचायती राज better करो. These are governmental solutions. The governmental solutions to problems is called governance. So which of these mention governmental solutions? Directive principles of state policy. Simple as that. बाकी सब क्या है? हम आपका राइट लेने नहीं देंगे, मतलब वायलेट नहीं होने देंगे. ये आपको करना. दिस इज द ऑपोजिट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. और राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज दोनों नहीं होगा, because rights are negative obligations on the state and directive principles are positive voluntary ideas on the state. ठीक है? Clear? Next question. This is a good question. चलो. The Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts, which means the Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts, 1. Consists of not more than 25 members. 2. Scrutinizes appropriation and finance accounts of the government. 3. Examines the report of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Shoot. Scrutinize मतलब looks into, examines. ऋषभ? फंस गए. जल्दी नहीं आंसर करना, इसलिए जल्दी नहीं आंसर करना. You've done the same. You've done this yesterday also. %56% of you are getting it wrong. Only 44 are getting it right. I enjoy a lot teaching, Utkarsh. You haven't seen me in my plus classes. I'm the happiest. In my special classes also, I'm very happy. So no problem. Okay. One second. The Public Accounts Committee is supposed to examine the expenditures of expenditures made by the government. The expenditure has been made by the government already. It has been made. Correct? Sure, it has been made. Yes, it has been made. Good. Boss, if the government expenditure has been made, then don't you think the Public Accounts Committee will have both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? ट्रिक तो यही था. Trick number था ही नहीं. The trick was not the number. The trick was this. Clear? The Rajya Sabha plays no role in the estimation of finances. चाहे वो मनी बिल हो, चाहे वो बजट हो, चाहे वो कुछ भी हो. Yes? तो उनको खुश करेंगे ना हम. कैसे खुश करेंगे? हम बोलेंगे अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, चलो पैसा खर्च कर लिया है, नाउ बताओ अच्छा खर्च किया कि नहीं किया. So back. Okay? Clear? All right? Of the Lok Sabha. Now think about it. Now there's an explanation to this. You have a general figure that costs 25. Usually इतना ही होता है. मतलब our general is we look at a 15:7 figure, 2:1 figure कि the Lok Sabha will have twice the numbers of members than the Rajya Sabha. Yes or no? यही होता है ना. Usually यही होता है ना. Yes. And this is because the Lok Sabha has twice the strength of the Rajya Sabha. That is where the 2:1 figure runs. So जहां भी ज्यादा numbers होंगे वहां usually you will find both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Clear on this? Okay, understood. So scrutinizes appropriation, yes, and examines the report. Do all of you remember yesterday we had discussed that the CAG's report is tabled in the legislature on the order of the who ensures that the CAG's report is tabled? President. Very good. Excellent. ठीक है? Good. Good. Very good. Very good, very good. Excellent. Next question. In the context of India, which of the following principles is or are implied institutionally in parliamentary government? ध्यान रखना. In the context of India, which of the following principles is or are implied institutionally in the parliamentary government? Okay. 1. Members of cabinet are members of parliament. 2. Members hold the office till they enjoy the confidence in the parliament. 3. The cabinet is headed by the head of the state. Okay. Take some time. I know this is going to be a tough question. Yes, yesterday also. Okay. Shoot. Very good, Devansh. Very good, very good. Excellent, 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 excellent. No, Sakshi, I take classes that I announce the classes that I take usually 1 or 2 days in advance. So don't worry. Good. 70% of you got the answer right. Okay. The most important word here is, देखो, context of India. इसका मतलब whatever we are talking about should be true for India. बात खत्म. Whatever we are talking about must be true for India. Cabinet members are members of the parliament. Yes. Where is the word cabinet used? The only place the word cabinet is used is in our emergency provisions, and this was also added later on by a constitutional amendment. Okay, because what happened was people used to not take written permission और हवा में बात कर देते थे. So now you require express written permission or a written consent from the cabinet to the president saying कि भाई emergency लगा दे, बहुत बुरा हाल है. Clear on this? समझ में आया? So cabinet means that. Who will be a part of the cabinet or not is not mentioned anywhere. It's usually the most important ministries which can change from time to time. So obviously the prime minister will be a part of it. The home minister will be part of it, which is prime minister 2.0 in today's context. Okay, and finance minister, external affairs minister, defense minister. These are usually the people who are present in the cabinet. You can add or subtract. So right now, even the health minister would be a part of this. The 15% limit is on council of ministers laws, not on cabinet. Okay, clear? So बस cabinet कौन है? Cabinet तो council of ministers का एक छोटा सा part है. Which means if the council of ministers have to be MPs, cabinet also has to be MPs. So first option is correct. Second, ministers hold the office till they enjoy the confidence of parliament. Yes, this is nothing but rule number 4, checks and balances. The legislature and executive and judiciary. The executive is responsible to the legislature. Cabinet is headed by head of state. Head of state matlab president. Since when does the president supervise the prime minister, the home minister, the chief, the external affairs minister, the finance minister? So kabhi nahi kar sakte. Clear on this? The general principle is collective responsibility, beta samjak. The collectively responsible. Okay. So the option becomes, so third option becomes wrong. ठीक है. Clear on this? So the third option becomes wrong. ये तो पक्का ही गलत है, तो automatically ये 3 तो गलत हो ही गए, तो ये बच गया. So even if you had a doubt कि यहाँ पार्लियामेंट नहीं लोकसभा आना चाहिए, इन्होंने हवा में लिखा है, the option only supports this, because between 2 and 3, one thing is for sure, the president cannot head the cabinet because of rule number 1, democratic mandate. The president does not have the democratic mandate to lead the majority party of the sector. Clear on this? Okay. Very good. Next question. देखो तुम्हारा next question यहाँ आ गया. The Council of Ministers in the center shall be collectively responsible to the Parliament. The Union Ministers shall hold the office during the pleasure of the President of India. Ravi, I'm sorry, the medium of the class is English. I'm so sorry. Union Ministers shall hold the office during the pleasure of the President of India. Third, the Prime Minister shall communicate to the President about the proposals of legislation. The Prime Minister shall communicate to the President about the proposals for legislation. Okay, I'm opening the poll. Yes, there were some questions left from 2013, Sanjeev. That is why I have to finish them up first. There was some pending. Simple enough. देखो इसमें से what are you definitely sure of the answer? The Union Minister shall hold the office during the pleasure of the President of India. मतलब Union Ministers will hold the office and the Council of Ministers. We'll get this right. Don't worry. Let's start with the first option. The Council of Ministers are as a whole responsible to the Parliament. पार्लियामेंट का मतलब लोकसभा प्लस राज्यसभा, मतलब दोनों के पास पावर है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स को टू scold them, to punish them, because responsibility का तो मतलब यही होता है. If you're responsible to someone and you mess up, then someone will beat you up. That is what responsibility means. Then you think about it, then you counter question it. What are the tools available? Adjournment motion, censure motion, no confidence motion. These are the tools available. And then you realize all of these three tools are only and only available to be introduced in the Lok Sabha because of rule number 2, center stronger than the states. Because boss, if the Rajya Sabha starts playing a role, if the Rajya Sabha starts playing a role here, and the Rajya Sabha becomes an important ingredient for parliamentary responsibility, then a representative of the states will automatically have a say at the political stability of the center. मतलब स्टेट्स अपना भी देखे नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन और उनके लोग राज्यसभा में आके सेंटर का भी देखे ये क्या चल रहा है. क्लियर इन दिस? क्लियर? Vartika, the previous question was contextual because the options are not adding up. ठीक है, that is why the previous question did not give it like that. Clear on this? That is why the previous question forced you to use a generic explanation. Clear on this? Okay, so 1 is definitely correct. But if 1 is definitely correct, then A, C and D is wrong, is eliminated. The only option you're left with is B. 2 and 3, because the UPSC understands that boss, the child does not have the time. If the child is able to use his brain or her brain, you can easily eliminate. Clear on this? Okay. Union ministers shall hold office. Hanji, the Council of Ministers are advising the president. PM ने बोला कि मेरे को इसको निकालना है और दूसरे बंदे को मिनिस्टर बनाना है. यहाँ लिखा है यूनियन मिनिस्टर्स, यहाँ काउंसिल नहीं लिखा है. दिस मीन्स इंडिविजुअल यूनियन मिनिस्टर, which means this is about change of portfolio. Anybody's portfolio can be changed anytime. Have you all heard of cabinet reshuffle? So this happens and this happens because the president gets advised by the Council of Ministers for change of portfolio. Clear on this? समझ में आया? तो दो चीज सही है. थर्ड, प्रेसिडेंट को बस बता के रखना है. क्लियर ऑन दिस? बस बता के रखना है. क्लियर ऑन दिस? ओके. बट ऑर्डर जो है प्राइम मिनिस्टर निकालता है बॉस. ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन. ठीक है. होल्ड ऑन. रूल नंबर 2, परेशान मत हो. ओके. Center stronger than the states. Whenever the center stronger than the states, if possible, the states will always be given a hollow candidate. ठीक है. Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Parliament. ठीक है. This includes Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now I'm going to do something interesting. देखो, ठीक है. Includes the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and I'll link it to the last question again. ठीक है. Apply this rule here. If the Rajya Sabha was playing a role in keeping the Council of Ministers, accountable, then this equation of center stronger than the states would have been violated. This equation of center stronger than the states would have been violated. So there is no way the Rajya Sabha can play a role here. So the first option is wrong. Come to the second option. Union minister will work during the pleasure of the President of India. Yes, you can use rule number 1 also. डेमोक्रेटिक मैंडेट ही नहीं है. जब आपने इलेक्ट ही नहीं किया, आपकी गवर्नमेंट ही नहीं. बिल्कुल दिव्या, यू कैन यूज रूल नंबर 1 also. एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम. करो. किसने मना किया नहीं करने के लिए? ठीक है. यूनियन मिनिस्टर वर्क्स ऑन द प्लेजर ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. ऑफ कोर्स रूल नंबर 1 also applies here. तुमको डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन ही नहीं है, तुम्हारे पास मैंडेट कहां से आया डायरेक्ट इलेक्टेड बॉडी को चूज करने के लिए? ठीक है. क्लियर? नाउ दिस मीन्स person X will remain finance minister till the time the president says so. And we know the president is bound by the council of ministers. Union minister 1 plus union minister N, all of them collectively are called council of ministers. तो यहां अगर ये लिखा होता council of ministers hold office during the pleasure, तो ये गलत हो जाता. What you are basically trying to do is replace X with Y. Do you remember back in the day, for example, when Smriti Irani was HRD minister, and then she was asked to not be HRD minister, and then somebody else had come in. So, how did that happen? The president issued an order on the advice of Council of Ministers, which is basically the PM telling them. Clear on this? That's why the second option works. ठीक है. The Prime Minister shall communicate to the President about the proposals for legislation. Now I can understand all union ministers combined is called Council of Ministers. Anup, collection of union, plural है वो, collective noun नहीं होता है. A swarm of flies है ना. So all union ministers combined, and that is why. ठीक है. Clear? Individually you're just removing them from office and replacing them. You're not shutting government down, guys. भाई खुद ही सोचो यार, तुम्हारी गवर्नमेंट है, तुम्हारी सरकार है, तुमको फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर चेंज करना है, तुम नहीं कर सकते क्या चेंज? यू शुड हैव द राइट टू ना. ये किसने बोला कि एक बार कमिटमेंट कर दी तो जिंदगी भर निभाएंगे? ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है. नहीं अच्छा लगा बीच में तो छोड़ देना. Also applies to most things in life, just by the way. Clear on this? Okay, all right. ठीक है. Third, the Prime Minister shall communicate to the President about proposals for legislation. एक इसका भी आंसर. आप क्या कर रहे हैं जी? Communicate कर रहे हैं. What are you communicating? Proposals. बस, और कुछ नहीं. और क्या है? That's all that there is. Nothing more. You're just informing them about these are the kind of bills we want to bring into the legislatures. और खुद ही सोच के देखो. Just use a condensed version of this. Money bill introduced after the recommendation of the president. No, isn't the money bill a proposal for legislation? Yes or no? फिर ये क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? फिर बस good, very good. Not necessarily. Don't. Yes, you have to communicate. यहाँ कहाँ लिखा है कि all proposals of all legislation? ये लिखा है कि proposal देते रहना. Why are you worried about? See, my problem is with this only. Stop being lawyers in a polity question. This is why lawyers get polity questions wrong. Sir, shall, must, all. मतलब सर ये नहीं लिखा है सर, तो हम assume कर लें क्या सर? ऐसे नहीं करना है. Your job is to understand this from a very generalist perspective. ये क्वेश्चन लॉ एंट्रेंस में पूछ सकते ही नहीं है कभी, बिकॉज जो लॉयर जानता है ना वो बाल निकाल लेगी ये क्वेश्चन देख के कि क्या लिख दिया है ये. बिकॉज प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में देखो, मिनिस्टर्स एंजॉय द होल्ड द ऑफिस एंड दे एंजॉय, क्या लिखा है? मिनिस्टर्स लिखा है. मिनिस्टर्स कहाँ लिखा है? काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? क्लियर ऑन दिस? अंडरस्टूड? सो प्लीज बी नाइस ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. Okay, good. I wanted to take a NALSA question also, so I'll take that question first. ये मैं इकोनॉमिक वाला बाद में कराऊंगा, ये भी आसान था, ये कराना है मुझे. With reference to the National Legal Services Authority, ठीक है. One, its objective is to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of society on the basis of equal opportunity. Second, it issues guidelines for state legal service authorities to implement legal programs and schemes throughout the country. ठीक है? Okay. Please करिए जरा. It's okay. That's fine. Just try. Yes, Mike, this is the last question for today. Well done. Well done. Well done. So, National Legal Services Authority. Think of everything that you can think of with the term legal services. Maybe free legal aid. Does that come to mind? Free legal aid comes to mind? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Free legal aid. Excellent. Good. Free legal aid कहाँ था? DPSP में था, है ना? अब fundamental right भी है implied under 21 because right to life. ठीक है? Good. Are you not trying to implement it at a national level? You are. Now, its objective is to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of society on the basis of opportunity. ये कहाँ लिखा है कि they are providing free, absolutely free to everyone? ये लिखा है its objective is, which means as much as possible for the people who really need legal representation, you should provide free legal representations, because the right to a fair trial includes both sides to have a lawyer. Clear on this? ठीक है? Okay, but civil cases में नहीं मिलता है ना. It issues guidelines to the state legal services authorities to implement legal programs throughout the country. Yes, of course it does. नालसा बनाया है तो सालसा भी तो बनाओगे. बिना सालसा की कैसे जिंदगी जियोगे? अगर नालसा है तो सालसा भी तो हेल्प करेगा. Clear on this? Yes, state services, legal services authority. Clear on this? Okay. है ना, मतलब इसको एजुकेशन से कंपेयर करो. अगर सेंटर ने बोला एजुकेशन में 3 एजुकेशन पॉलिसी चाहिए, 3 लैंग्वेज चाहिए, तो करो सबके सब. किसने मना किया? Clear on this? So that's the idea. But there is nothing to do with the judiciary. This is about presenting before the judiciary. Okay. Samrat, I am not here to give you cheap thrills. Okay. Recommendation collegium of binding, government can return it. Abhi ruk jao, let me look at some good questions and I may answer those questions. Some of these questions are really, really good. और चार्ज एक्सपेंडिचर ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. शिवी उत्कर्ष, सर, कैन सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसमिस अ डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट ऑन द ग्राउंड दैट द कंडक्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इज अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल? कॉन्डक्ट तो नहीं यार, बहुत वेग हो गया वो. नहीं, हाँ, इलेक्शन में गलत यूज करा हो तो कर सको. इंदिरा गांधी के केस में करा था ना, इसलिए दैट इज तो इंदिरा गांधी का हमने कर दिया था. ठीक है. I am not beta. If I get into explanation and answer, it will take another 20 minutes. The key is for you to understand approaches to solve the question. Charged equals not goes into the treasury of center or state directly. No. Charged is money that you can't decrease to the organization's disadvantage. Vartika. No. Cut off marks will be the same like every year. 120 के ऊपर कहीं नहीं जाएगा. 100. Prepare for a 120 cut off. You will never go wrong. Priyal. Procedure established by law मतलब अगर law को पास सही procedure से किया है तो law सही है. Due process of law का मतलब if you are using the law for another reason or you are violating the intention of the law, that's due process of law. The respective courts too. States भी कर सकते हैं. Both of them can do it. Depends on the burden. दोनों कर सकते हैं. किसने बोला ECI का सैलरी नहीं चार्ज होता? ऑफिस एंड सैलरी एक्सपेंसेस आर चार्ज्ड. ओके. Agreed. Absolutely. सुप्रीम कोर्ट कैन, बट अभी भी चुप बैठे थोड़ी देर. ठीक है. Why legislature is not allowed to vote as they have a democratic mandate? No, you can, but you can't decrease it to their disadvantage. ठीक है. बढ़ा सकते, कम नहीं कर सकते. Should not happening in May for sure. I mean, seem very unlikely. पहले उस पोस्टपोन तो पक्का होगा. कब होगा ये नहीं पता. 1 महीना मिल जाएगा. All right, Mansi, I will do that. High Court judges after retirement, Robin, cannot practice in any of the high courts they were high court judges of. No, in Panchayati Raj, Aditya, you set up new legislatures. You take away, you wanted to redistribute law-making powers. That is why. No. State, that would be you're giving rights, Shreyash, rights. Sachin, I'm not very good in economics. Whatever little economics I know, I'll teach in class only, but not. Social equality and economic justice are not the same thing. Fundamental rights, Shivi Raveri, are available against the state. So equality does not necessarily, it's equality of opportunity in public employment. No, Mohit, there is no such criteria. हाँ यार आदित्य, मेरा तो टेस्ट हो गया. Just open Unacademy and type Unacademy UPSC Championship, you will be able to. ठीक है. हाँ सचिन, थैंक यू. So sweet. It is available on the YouTube channel. Just send me a mail. I'll take care of it. Okay. Today I'm going to do a free special course on polity next month onwards, May onwards, from tomorrow onwards actually, from May onwards. So I'll cover parliamentary committees. Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. How sweet. I am not a nice person. It sounds very sweet of you, but okay, it's very sweet of you. But as long as it really bothers me when students are not able to study, when they are not given the kind of resources, and it takes me away because I understand we've been students in our time. I understand the problems we face. That's it. Okay, but thank you. Those are property laws, Aishwarya. They two mean two different things. That the Council of Ministers can come from the Rajya Sabha. Okay? Law Commission is a recommendation body. Absolute. Finally, a good. Thank you. I love you guys too. Bye, guys. I love you guys too. Okay. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Nandi. One of the primary problems is this. Suchita, don't worry. When we pick up the parliament, we'll do this in detail. Okay? They have to write a higher judiciary exam. Thank you. All right. Great. Okay, I'll get back to you guys on the dates. We'll start with the polity sort of condensed crash course for the pre in May and current affairs also. Devansh एक आंसर कराना मेरे को टेलीग्राम कर देना and answer your question. ठीक है? And I'll get back to you guys. Take care. And I'll give you the rest of the setup of the questions. Okay? All right. 2018-19 पहले ही हो गए थे. They should be on the channel. I'll make sure that they push it on the YouTube also today and tomorrow. Okay? All right. No problem at all. No problem. Take care, guys. Take care to the students. Bye. Take care. Love you guys too. Bye.